Hey guys, so today my face is super shiny because I just finished up my skincare and we are doing a full face of first impressions. I'm not sure if I've ever done this on my channel before. Have I? I don't even remember, but it kind of inspired me to look through some of my samples, try some new products that have just come out, and do just a full initial reaction to all of these products and share them with you. So we're going to try lots of new things, some things that are actually new at the store and some things that are newer to me because I haven't used them before. Before we dive in, if you like my videos, I do post every week. Please be sure to turn on your notifications, like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know about my beauty channel if they like makeup videos, skincare, all those fun things. I'm thinking we start with brows first because that's usually what I do, and I have this product that I believe is a newer product. I could be wrong. One of my mom's friends likes it at work, so my mom was like, why don't you pick it up? It might be good to try. So it's from Maybelline. It's their Tattoo Studio Waterproof Brow Gel, and I got the shade Soft Brown. And I remember when I was looking in store, I was kind of iffy on what shades to do because I'm not used to this type of product. So it's got this tube and a little spoolie brush that's separate from the tube. Get brows for days. For days. New waterproof brow gel lasts up to 2 days. Oh, I don't know if this... Oh, so there's a spoolie. Oh. What? This is like a little fuzzy... What is this? Wait, let me get it. Can you see that? What? Doesn't smell very good. Kind of smells like paint. And then you've got this separate spoolie. Interesting. So I guess start in the middle. Oh, okay. Actually, whoa, okay. And it's supposed to adhere to your brows. I think if you have really thin brows, this probably wouldn't be something you enjoy. Well, my mom's work friend, thank you, because so far this is looking like it's a pretty easy product to just kind of smooth through your brows. And then you just kind of take the excess and go through the front of the brow. Okay, I'm going to take this little separate spoolie and kind of go through the middle here where I placed a lot of product. This is so different than like the Busy Gal brow, which I've been loving from Tarte. That's just more of your typical type of spoolie product, like this little guy right here. And that one comes with product on that. But this is an interesting product. Okay, so I might have gotten a little enthusiastic with this product and put too much in my brows. So I've got some bold brows today. You can tell in the picture here that there's a big difference, but like I wouldn't have expected it to work so well without, it like didn't deposit it too much outside of the brows, you know? It like clung to them. Tattoo Studio Waterproof Brow Gel. Okay, so yeah, brow gel. So it should keep them in place, hopefully. I mean, they're gonna get moved around when I put on the rest of my makeup, but very interesting. Oh, I don't have a new eyeshadow primer. Do I want to use the concealer on my eyes? That could be dangerous, but we're gonna try it. Okay, so the concealer that I've had in my drawer actually for a while and just haven't tried it is from Almay. I don't use Almay much on my channel, so I thought I would give it a go. And it's the Age Essentials Concealer. Conceals age spots under eye circles. And it's got SPF 20. It makes a really loud noise when you click it up. Because I don't want to dot this on my eyes, I'm going to take this brush here, my favorite Sephora concealer brush, and sort of put some on the brush from here. And let's see. Okay, it doesn't show too much pigment when I do it that way. I bet it does apply better if you're using the stick, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I can use this as a base today and how it will do. Pat some with my finger. Let's see if that'll do better. Yeah, that works a lot better if you pat it with your finger instead of trying to smooth it out with a brush. Feels pretty creamy though. I like the consistency. It's not super thick, but it's not really liquidy thin either. I've got a a pretty good base going. Let's go into the eyeshadow palette, which I'm really excited about. I have a couple things from this release from CoverGirl. It's their True Naked Peach Punch palette. It's even got the new sticker on top. And these colors are beautiful, and it does smell like peach. I don't know what the obsession is. I mean, I do, because it smells delicious. But peach stuff has been so popular. Oh, I almost just like flung this little thing. Why did they still come out with these? I'm gonna grab my Morphe M524 and we're gonna go into this first shade here. Hopefully you guys can see. Yeah, it's not super dusty actually, which I'm impressed. I mean, it's got a little bit of kick up, but not too bad. I do wish this had a mirror, but that's all right. I gotta figure out a way, because I do have a ring light and I feel like it does shine on my forehead quite a bit, but I don't know the best way to make it so that it doesn't as much without putting it further away, but it's like my main source of light. I have two other small lights, but they don't really do much. We're just gonna go in, we'll go in with this shade right here. Ooh, that one's a lot more dusty. Do you see that? Maybe you didn't, but I'm gonna tap some of that off. I'm always so nervous that I'm going out of focus. Okay, it did put down a lot of pigment. We'll just see how it blends out. The only problem with like scented products like this is they can be not so fun for people with sensitivities to fragrance. Actually, let's try this brush because I just washed it and I had picked it up in a Sephora haul, I believe. It's the Sephora Pro Drawing Blending number 42. So we're trying a new brush too. First impressions. I remember being like really intrigued because it's so long and I wanted to know how well this would blend in the crease, and it seems to do a very nice job. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to use this too much to move it up toward the brow bone, but I think it is doing a nice job diffusing. The color is a little patchy, but I'm also trying it on top of a different base, so that could be throwing it off. I'm going to grab my more typical blending brush. This is the Pro Blending number 27 from Sephora, and I'm going to just move up here and try to even out some of that patchiness that we're seeing. There's a spot right here on my lid that just does not blend. It won't. I'm going to go into this pretty golden brown shade right here on a Morphe M209 brush. It's just a large eyeshadow brush. And let's see how the metallic shades do without any wetness. Ooh, oh my goodness, that is stunning. Now we're cooking. This is a beautiful shade. It's not quite as powdery as that crease color. Can't talk. Ooh, I like that a lot. This would be a palette where you can have the everyday sort of more brown tone looks like I'm doing now. And you can also have the kind of pinky peach additional shades if you're feeling a little more spring-like. Let's add a little bit more of that crease color and then I'll blend it out. Totally to the side. Why am I doing that? Like, totally to the side. Maybe if I like tilt my mirror more, I won't be off-centered. I've noticed that when I'm editing sometimes, I tend to be like one side or another. Must drive you guys crazy. Or maybe not. And I'm gonna go into this guy. Let's just put a little bit of that on the outer corners. It's not as purple as I was hoping. It kind of comes off a little more gray toned, at least over this color. I mean, it does make it a little smokier on the corners. Moving on, I'm going to take the highlight shade right here and we're gonna highlight the inner corner. And ooh, that's more pink than I was expecting. It looks pinker on the brush. That one's a little powdery too. Ooh, okay. So we'll add a little more of a pink tone to this. I'm not opposed to that. It's really smooth too. This one goes on just as nice as the other sort of metallic shade. Ooh, I do wish this shade was just a little bit lighter. I love using eyeshadows as liners, especially for more more natural looks. That one's a little powdery too. But for a drugstore, not too bad. Let's just add a little color above the lash line. That's another thing. I love when palettes have like a deeper matte tone that you can use for a liner color. I did a review on the Touch in Soul little stick no problem primer for the stick version, and I was like, oh, I've never tried the full face one, and I was going through my samples when coming up with products to use for a full face first impressions, and I found a sample of the original primer. So this is the No Problem Primer to hide pores and wrinkles. Now, I wasn't, if you haven't seen the review, which you can go check it out, I wasn't super sold on the stick version of this, so we'll see how the full version works as a primer. Ooh, it's a lot more liquidy than I was expecting. It feels amazing though. I still think it's okay, but man, this feels so much better on the skin. I much prefer the feeling of this over the stick. I don't really like the smell that much. I'm putting this pretty generously everywhere, but I just have a little sample of it. It's gotten a lot of rave reviews on Sephora, so I wanted to give this one a go because I thought, am I the only one who wasn't, you know, sold on this because of trying the stick primer? But oh, the smell. Ugh. I hate products that smell like, again, it's got that like powdery smell. I don't like products that have like a baby powder smell. Ugh. So I'm really excited that I found this at Walmart because I believe it was just an Ulta exclusive for a while, or at least for some reason I thought that. It is from Flower Beauty, and it's their Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel. All day wear, broad spectrum SPF 18 sunscreen. And I got the shade Porcelain L1. Let's give this a go, and I'm gonna apply it with my Eco Tools sponge. I just threw out my Real Techniques one. It was well loved and ready to be gone, but I actually do prefer the Eco Tools blending sponge over the Real Techniques one. It's got a pump, so I'm not doing any color correcting. Ooh, that's a lot of product. Wow, okay, so you definitely don't need a lot because a little bit seems to go a long way. It's got a hint of a yellow tone to it, so if you're a little more on the peachy undertone side, it may be a toss-up for you, but man, it like goes on when you first apply it, it's like kind of thick, but then as you blend it out, wow, that's such a nice finish to it though. We'll see when it dries down, but I'm really liking the finish. It feels nice on the skin. Like I feel like I have nothing on, and I love when I feel like my foundations aren't foundations. I mean, they are, but so we'll go back in with the stick concealer and see. Oh, I don't have a setting powder. Who am I? Actually, I have my Hourglass one. Let me bring that one out. Back to the concealer, which I'm gonna just kind of streak some down. It looks like actually it could be a good match here. Put some above the brows. Hopefully it's not too much. I don't know how this is gonna crease, but we'll see. It's a little bit tougher to blend than like a liquid product would be because it is a cream stick. I feel like my eyeshadow's still holding on pretty well and it's not super creasy. I mean, we'll see by the end of the day. It's actually pretty good. I'm really liking this concealer. I hope this isn't something that like they don't make anymore, because like I said, it's been in my drawer just waiting for me to use for a video. So I'm gonna take the smaller part of the dual-ended brush and kind of tap into the powder and press under my eyes. Oh, I love Hourglass freaking brushes. They're, oh, I got it in my eye. They're so nice. This powder has such a beautiful like luminescence to it. It just makes my under eyes look so beautiful. So I'm gonna take some on my face. I hope you can see the like luminescent glow it gives the skin. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love Hourglass products, and I know they're so expensive. It's ridiculous, but they're so good. They're so good. I got 2 more peach things from CoverGirl, and I'm glad I picked this up as well because I was just going to get this palette right here, but the blush in this one is definitely different than the individual, and there were 2 of these, but I'll show you the difference between them. So we'll finish up the face before going back to the eyes, but can you see that the blushes are not the same color? I mean, you could probably get away with not having this one, but this one's more shimmery of a blush. So let's go into the bronzer. We'll test that out, and it's not really picking it up on the brush. You really have to kind of pounce the brush in to get the bronzer to come up. It's a little bit stiff. I'm always curious about bronzers because I am so fair. It can be a little difficult. It's a little on the orangey side, which I'm not a huge fan of. At least from what I can tell, it's looking a little bit orange. Not super orange, but for anyone who's a deeper complexion, I think it'd be better. I mean, if you're really deep, this is not going to be enough of a color for you. I'm going to take a bit of a bigger brush and just sort of buff it out on the face. This is a Morphe E2. And I used to use this one a little bit more with the bronzing game, but I think it just helps blend out anything that's a little too much on the face. Maybe I'll mix the blushes. Let's put on the one from the palette first. And I'm going to use this brush. This is my Blush Brush 99 from Sephora. And this one's looks like it's got like little pink micro glitter in it, but not as shiny as the one by itself. Let's just grab a tiny bit from out of here because that did add more color than I was expecting. And I don't want to be super blushed, but it looks like I'm going to be. So super rosy cheek today. Blend that out a little bit. Blush is one of those things that fades pretty quickly too. So whenever I do apply a little too much blush, I'm not super concerned. We're going to use the highlighter that's in here as well. Looks really pretty. A lot of color comes off. Oh, that's really nice. It does have some like microfine glitter in it, but I'm liking that. It doesn't feel dry on the skin either, which is nice. Because sometimes I find with highlighters, they can be a little bit dry feeling, especially when you've had so many steps to just get to the highlight. That's a pretty glow. Wow. There we go. See, I wanted it to be a little bit, oop, that was a lot of powder, a little bit brighter right in this section. Okay, so let's finish up the eyes. Let's grab this actual like full peach color. With these colors, it can be a little tough because you don't want to look like you have an eye infection. But this one looks like it could work okay underneath the eyes. I am going to add in some of that crease color brown. It's so dusty. I wish it wasn't as dusty. I'm going to put that on the outer edge here. And we'll put a little bit of that purple too, just because I'm curious about it to see. Yeah, I think the purple looks better when it's more concentrated. Yeah, I think I'm going to scrap that pinky color. I thought it might have worked, but let's just put the brown in there. And then maybe a little bit of that lid shade in the center, just so that we have that connection. Just finish it off for the eyes. Now for setting spray, I didn't really have anything new. I have a finishing spray, or that's how they describe it, sample of the Tarte Ready Set Radiant. It's more of a skin mist than it is a setting spray, so I'm not expecting it to really extend the time of my makeup. But let's just see. I'm going to try to do some sprays before getting my face. That looks a little spitty. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Ooh, it smells really good. Still a little spitty, but it feels nice. All right, so let's quickly curl the lashes and put on a lip color. I'm going to quickly do this. All right, so I don't think I have tried this mascara. If I did, I don't remember trying it. It's from Essence. It's their Plump No Clump Volume Mascara. So let's just give it a go. It has some nice separate, oh, I got it on my lid. No. That's the worst. It gives really nice length, and it seems to hold to curl pretty well. I have really shaky hands too. I think I'm liking this mascara. So the next thing, which I believe is another brand that you guys wanted to see, which let me get the foundation off my lips because it's not a cute look. We're going to be trying this from Revlon. It's their Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream. And what shade did I get? Peony. I thought it was going to be more of like a glossy type of product. Oh, it is though. It's a lot pinker than I was expecting. Doesn't quite go with the look, but that's alright. I'm liking this because my lips are like super chapped and it gives just a little bit of color if you blend it out and it doesn't feel really drying. So it's cute. So overall, I think I had a pretty good first impressions try-on experience. The only thing is the smell of this, I'm not a super fan of, but I don't smell it anymore. The foundation still looks pretty good on my skin. I look really glowy. The highlight looks really beautiful and natural. The shadows look like they're doing pretty well on the eyes. I mean, I was a little sloppy with them, so not perfect. The brows, oh my gosh, they don't even feel crusty, which is insane. I feel like they should feel like there's more product in them than it feels like. But yeah, I think the foundation color ended up being good. The mascara is really nice as well with just like one coat, maybe 1.5 coats. I'm not really sure about this little spray yet because I haven't used the full size, but the smell is really nice. It did feel like it sort of gave a little wash of hydration to the skin. The concealer was a hidden gem in this. I feel like I think I'm going to be using this a lot more. I like that it's got that little added SPF to it. The stick makes it super convenient and it's not really thick. So far I'm liking this a lot. So I'm going to keep playing with this because I do think it's beautiful. It does have a little bit of that SPF. The CoverGirl eyeshadows I think are like your typical drugstore type of palette. I mean, if you don't already own these shades, I think it might be a nice thing to pick up, or if you're just a collector, if you like the peachy scent things, you may enjoy this. But to me, it's not a must-have eyeshadow palette. I think this is great if you're on the go a lot. The bronzer was a little bit tougher for me to work with. Like it's not looking quite as nicely as I would want it to in the end. I may even add a little bit more. Because I feel like it kind of faded again after I had already applied more. But the blush in here is really nice. The highlight's nice. The individual blush is really nice as well. The Hourglass powder, I mean, stunning. It makes you look like just glowing and beautiful without being overly glowy. This is super cool. I would definitely check that out. The lip product, I'm actually really loving this because it doesn't look super glossy. It doesn't look super matte and it blends out so nicely. I hope I covered everything, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying this type of video. It's a lot of fun to do. It takes a long time to film because I'm just sitting here chatting and like, ooh, look at this product. But it's a lot of fun to do. I know I'm going to be editing so much footage, but you guys are awesome. Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly come on here and show you what my makeup looks like after 9.5 hours of wear. It has been a long day. So my eyeshadow is still looking pretty good, at least in my opinion. My brows are still looking pretty good. They did wear a little bit in certain patches. The little bronzer that I did put on stayed on. My blush I'm actually super impressed with because it's still on. I've worn off the foundation on my chin, along my nose, but everywhere else it seemed to have stayed pretty well. And I think I still have somewhat of a glow left on my skin. The highlight you can still see. I just look so tired and gross, but the mascara did transfer a little bit underneath, but I'm still really liking the color it gave. The curl's not quite as strong at this point, but it's still holding up pretty well. The lip color didn't stay on very long, but I actually was just at Walmart and I picked up another shade of this because I really liked how it felt on the lips. It wasn't drying. And I did see, and I wanted to update you guys, I did see a concealer very similar to this. I didn't see this one at Walmart, but one that looked like this in a different packaging, and it said it came in light too. So if you can't see this one, they might have repackaged it. I'm not sure about that. I'll try to put a link down below. So I just figured I'd check in with you guys before I hop in the shower and get ready to finally relax. I'm gonna go now. So bye everyone. So we have reached the end of trying all these new products. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. I really enjoyed, like I said, doing this. It's a lot of fun. I do look a little shiny, but I'm down with it because I look really glowy. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on the products that I tried. Is there anything you're super interested in? Is there anything that you weren't super impressed with? I'm feeling pretty good about everything. I mean, the concealer I'm definitely in love with. I don't know, I just, this is so much fun. I love trying so much new makeup all at once. But thank you so much. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, or what other videos you do want to see, what other brands. I love hearing your opinions, your thoughts. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!